Hello, everybody. Oh God. That was great.
I can't.
Welcome back to the Ravengers podcast. If you guys don't know, we are officially on Spotify, and I believe we're gonna be on Apple podcast thing soon. Um, this is your host, Fractured. That's my name, or Dom. Either way, it's cool. And then we have John,
Your
or
hostess.
hostess. Yes, yes. Um, John or Disrupt.
Or a gang. Finger guns. Whatever,
What?
man.
What?
I'm dying.
You?
That's the summary of my life right now.
It's like
Yes.
it's really late, and we were working on a project of ours. Um, yeah, it took a lot of energy out of me and him. And I was working on more than just music. Is probably for some future upcoming stuff that may happen. I don't know, but yeah. But
Yeah.
I'd say the progression on TMP is going well, and also PD.
I think we can mention, what was it? Would you say TMP?
Yeah.
I think we should. Yeah, I think we can mention that. I mean,
Oh yeah.
I,
Okay. All right. Oh
I mean,
yeah. So the title is The Missing Piece. It's part of a project that I started a long time ago, but then he had the idea to do it, and so we worked on it for a while, and then I just
we
kind of
kind
took
of let it
on
be
to
by.
it.
Yeah, I kind of like let it be for a while, and then came back to it after some things happened, and then
Yeah, but he just
we kind of got into it.
yeah, we were gonna work on the project, the missing piece, or had the idea of it, but we just never had the inspiration to until now because of some things that occurred.
Some things occurred, yes.
So how
But
is it okay if I say it's your album?
yes, yes, it is.
Okay, just making sure because I'm a good boy. So,
Yes.
how's the album Inception coming?
So so far, I had like, let's say, uh 13 songs. Let's say 10 songs in it.
Mhm.
I deleted a couple. They weren't finished songs, so like that's not like I deleted like finished songs, but they were decently sized songs.
Yeah.
I deleted them because I feel like I grew and like was past like those didn't I didn't think those were good at to me anymore compared to like other stuff that I wrote right now, and oh no, so I got rid of those, and then I've just been writing stuff like, what's a good example? I've been writing more better stuff would be the best way, I guess.
More
I'm working on
others.
better stuff, more better.
Yes.
I guess better would be the best word. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm not that smart boy, but I've been running a lot better than I was a long time ago because I've grown in that time, honestly. So now I kind of have different taste of what I think is good compared to what I did back then. So now the album's coming out a lot more better to me than before. So yeah.
Oh, that's great. That's great.
That-
That's great.
Yeah, it's great, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, as long as you're progressing
Dying,
on it,
yeah.
because I saw that you made a post and tagged a cool guy named Fractured in it, or you tagged him in it.
Yeah. So about can we mention anything about you? You know what I'm saying?
Everybody knows the title of the album. That's pretty much it.
Okay. So how's it coming along then?
That's such a cute question. It's going terrible. Not gonna lie.
Oh,
Because
okay. So
I went I had to attend some things that happened last month, and yeah, so I haven't really exactly been inspired to do music, and then Disrupt came over to my house, and if you saw my post at L Fractured L, it's a poor plug. Don't tell me. Um, but he came over to my house, and we were working on the music, and then like got me into it. So I'm like, oh wow, I actually genuinely think that I should keep doing this. I need to, you know, do it basically. And now I'm
Mhm.
getting into it, but it's slow. So I can only work on one song at a time. So after this song is finished, and then I can work on something else. I just can't work on another thing and then work on another. I can't work on like two things at once, basically. That's just too stressful.
Yeah, I'm very different. I can just like cycle between songs.
And if you guys hear little footsteps running across the room, it's because there's a cat in this room at this very moment. And well, since last time I moved due to the things that happened, and now I'm moving
To
back,
life.
so Disrupt can see my beautiful face even more.
Happy once again.
I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know if
It's weird
anyone
that you're calling me Disrupt instead of just like normal name
like toxic or whatever.
or whatever name that
Just
you
a
must
normal
you
name.
feel
God.
a name. A name.
Yeah.
Oh, oh,
I mean, I don't know if anyone at the school will see this, but if you do, congratulations.
Congratulations, you're meeting
You
a
finally.
famous person.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty famous now. You know, I'm verified on Spotify. It's true story.
Wow,
But I
that's good.
mean,
Flex here. Spotify on us. Plebs are us normies.
oh god. But it took me the longest time because I really wanted to get my music on Spotify because I think like Spotify is just like the mainstream for music at this point, and Apple Music of course. But I can't get it up there. It's like it's complicated, but I think just the fact that I
Mm.
at least got on Spotify, I feel is like a huge step, and I think it is great. But now that I can do that, I want to take advantage of the time I have and actually like make good music. Cause now I ordered a mic that's like good quality, and I'll be able to, you know, do crisp music. Cause back then I used to record on my earphones.
Yep.
I mean, I don't know if everybody
Mm.
knows that, but I used to record on my earphones. It wasn't fun, cause it does, cause you can move it the slightest bit and it sound a whole lot different.
Oh
So
yeah,
annoying. But
that's definitely something I didn't. What I didn't think about until you just mentioned.
what did you think about my child?
You like when you move, it just like creates such a abrupt, I guess, sound or such a noticeable sound.
It changed my whole mood. It changed. Um, I feel like it changed me in a way, but in a good way.
Mm. Mm. Mm.
I feel like it was like coincidentally, it's like a getaway to like wake up and realize some things, and I feel like I did, and I'm gonna like actually take steps into being better, I guess. Even though I'm perfect, but
You know, like the greatest person ever. I
just
think I should
I'm
do a
giving
little
myself a
thing of
little
that.
credit, not that much, you know. I'm pretty perfect, but yeah, you know.
Not, not perfect.
But yeah, I mean,
I just hear like a smashing controller in the
shut
background.
up.
It's great. I just hear.
Fine, you. There you go. You happy now?
Yeah.
Wow, you actually are happy. You
Uh,
disgust me.
oh man. What did we talk about last time? We talked about girls' jeans.
We talked
That's
about
all.
girls'
I remember.
jeans. We talked about the math teacher. We
We talked
talked
about
about
the
video
starting
games and
of
NF.
me. Yeah, we talked about the starting of me. Now it's very not the
We
starting,
talked
but
about the
like
starting
the
of you.
almost. We hinted at like things that I was working on. We never
Oh, right.
like gave out names of things like
Oh, I see.
conceptions.
Yeah. It might come up on
He's caught.
music.
It's gonna kill me.
Stop dying while I'm trying to do this. Like seriously, like we have
I'm sorry.
we have people that are trying to listen and probably have nothing to do with their lives and are just listening to this boring podcast that has no content. You know what I mean? That word.
That's terrible grammar and
Yes, and that isn't even funny and should just yeah,
I don't.
exactly. Should just die in a hole. Yes.
Should we talk about your your thing that you were doing on the Christmas list?
The
See
thing
if
I
we
was
should-
struggling with forever.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes, that's it.
I mean, I don't really want. Well, I guess.
Just to
So,
be like, I'm trying to do this, and
I mean, okay.
like that, I'm like-
So, what I'm trying to do is make merch. Now, it's a little more difficult than it seems. I literally.
we're talking about the money here. That's what
Yes, so I was doing everything I could. And then my mom, she wants me to write it all down on paper. So I'm like, great. So now I'm writing down all these instructions. And
to get the right
it's very difficult.
merchandise.
So, I'm doing
I was
that.
listening to you complain about it.
Oh yeah. He was on a phone call with me as I was trying to do it earlier. He just heard me just I was not happy about it, so I was going through it. So I don't. Well, I mean, I guess. So what I mainly am trying to get is 12 black hoodies with the emblem on it, and
Give it
but
to exclusive members only.
it's I'm only going to be doing it around their school, and I may give it to a friend of mine that's in by the time I move in my previous town. Shout out to you. You don't know who you are, but I'll probably, say hey.
Yeah, your name starts with a letter, and
It.
God
Yeah.
hates you.
Oh.
Oh.
That's pretty sad, actually.
Goddamn atheist. That hurt. Like I shouldn't have done that.
See,
No.
you just had to say that. See, you just had to go against religion. Now all the Christians are going to block us out of their Minecraft server, and I really was just about to get into their cult, okay? I was so close, and now you just messed it up.
I'm sorry, I can't like mentally make
Dude,
jokes
they
right
had
now.
3
I'm like, my
Pop-Tarts.
brain's gone.
With Jesus
No,
smiling
I have
on
a
them.
perfect title. I have a perfect title. It needs to be like Midnight Madness with the boys. That's what it needs to be.
With the boys.
With the boys. Midnight Madness with the boys.
Also, maybe on the next podcast episode, I should just say, the next episode, there may be an extra person. That's just a little difficult because we have to do this, like, recording
Who?
thing a little differently.
Because I don't even know this. Who
Um,
is this person who's...
We are calling him Cringe Nene Baby. Yes,
That's
you
still
heard.
funny.
That was him. That he said, and call him that. He's probably gonna
Do
hear
I know
this.
this person?
No. He's the
Badass.
guy who likes Call Me Carson. Remember I told you about him being
Okay.
on it, and you're like, oh, yep, he's definitely on.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, we could talk
Yeah,
about
yeah.
it, But,
Uh,
so we're gonna
talk about it.
some interesting things.
We're both CEOs here. You can't just make decisions without me, man.
I wasn't trying... I'm trying to make this not die, okay?
Here we
I
go
mean,
again with the relationship problems. Here we go again with the control. Talking
I,
about, oh, you
oh,
trying to
you
make the
really want
decision, but I'm the man
you
of the
really
house.
want to talk about being
I'm the
controlling?
man.
How come I couldn't go out with the boys last night, but you could go out with the girls last night? Hmm?
Uh,
Telling me
Stop
you
it
you
before
guys were getting all
things happen.
your pedicures and trying to serve or not trying to serve what? Trying to attend a funeral like
Trying to
I'm gonna
serve.
fall for that.
Stop it
You
before
must think I'm
people
stupid.
think it's true. I don't think you are. I just know you are.
Dang, that actually
It'll be
ow.
interesting having a third person on the show. That awkward silence, but like, no, it'll be interesting having a third person on the show, especially when I have not met before.
I mean, I just feel like that would spark more conversation, especially because
Yeah, we could. I
this
could also
guy,
interview him. I don't know him at all.
yeah, because this guy is he he's much different. He has a different set of personality.
Does
He's all about the memes. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
does he? Is he just like? Is he like? What is he like? A professional meme lord? Like, just like.
He's just a
Does he do
memer.
music also? Just a memer. So, title should be interviewing a memer, a professional memer. That.
Oh,
Dude,
hold
I'm
on.
just like a
Go.
title master right now.
How about
Interviewing
you
a
do that
professional
when we're
memer.
not recording and we're doing that when we're planning? I'm
How
lying.
about no, dude? We gotta get the loyal fans that listen for more than 10 minutes.
What
From the
loyal
insider
fans? Like
info.
as if any 13 to 14 or
No,
however old they
by
are
by
is gonna
loyal
want to
by
listen to
loyal
this and be
fans
loyal.
by loyal fans I mean like people that have the attention span of more than like 5 seconds, okay, and stay for more than 10 minutes.
I forget to mention I have an IQ of a duck. Quack. I'm sorry,
Oh,
it's very late
oh,
at night and this is well, you
no,
know what this
stop it!
is.
You're hurting me. Mm. Like
Oh,
the jokes on this
stop
one
it.
are not going to be to the quality of what I like. 'Cause my brain is gone.
Well, yeah, that's exactly why I started recording this, just to make you suffer, because I love you. You know.
So, you have
I
any
love
topics
you,
that you want to
baby.
bring up out of nowhere?
Sorry, what?
Do you have any topics you want to bring up? Is there
I
anything
mean,
that you thinking of?
there, you, I was trying
Mm,
to write all these games down, and you told me, like, oh, they're not gonna be out on Christmas in time. So now I'm kind of curious, like, what kind of games have you seen that will be out in the future that you're interested into playing?
okay, let me make a list.
Oh God.
Uh, I'm thinking. Okay, so Last of Us 2 is pretty good. I don't know if I'll play it, but I'll probably watch someone play it because I don't want to play it myself. Cause
Yeah.
I don't know why. But Dying Light 2, I'm probably gonna get myself. The Avengers Project because I'm a, you know,
Oh yeah.
I like superheroes. Um, what else? There's one more. I'm gonna get Watch Dogs Legion.
Oh,
'Cause I
definitely.
guess I like to watch this series. Um, I think that might be it. Like Dying Light 2, Last of Us 2, Watch Dogs Legion, and what else did I say? Avengers Project. And then there's probably other stuff that I forgot because I'm dumb. Like
Probably.
that type of stuff. What do you hype for? Not hype for, but what do you
I
excited?
guess the
What do you energized
most
for?
I'm mostly upbeat about Dying Light 2 because I know we really wanted to try the first one together, and I feel like Watch Dogs Legion is interesting, but it doesn't seem to pique my interest exactly. But
I like Watch Dogs Legion as like a single player game. Avengers Project will be good for single player and like both of us.
I
Dying Light will
mean,
be good for single player and both of us.
I guess that Avengers will be there, but I don't feel like it'll be as like entertaining for a long time as Dying Light 2, because you
Like
actually have to like,
it'll entertain me because it's superheroes.
well, yeah, I mean, it really depends on your taste, but like, you have wanted to play Dying Light 1 with me for so long, and
I
like,
actually installed it recently because I wanted to play it again.
but you wanted to play with me ever since like around the first time we played Xbox, so I was like, no,
Mm.
like, I have it on PlayStation, but I don't have
I
it on
have it on
Xbox,
Xbox.
so like we could never play it. So I'm like, great, because I felt bad. So now I'm like actually hyped because like we can just be these two parkour cool guys trying to save like from what looks like a little town or place and just go at it, be bosses and be the guys with no life.
And we get to make choices, and the choices affect
Yeah.
people around us. It'd be cool and stuff.
Do
I'm
you
too tired
plan?
about the process. Yes, yeah, go ahead.
Do you plan, since you're going to put music out, right, on YouTube, are you
Mhm.
planning to do any gaming videos? Because remember, you did a clip or a couple of clips before in the past, but deleted those.
Yeah, I
So does
deleted
this
it.
mean you're
I
not going
deleted
to
that.
anymore?
I think no music's gonna be pure music. And if I
Right.
decide to like maybe make gaming, I think I'll start a new one for gaming.
I mean, I think it's
But
smarter on starting a channel on the thing you would rather go for first, because if you want to do music
I don't
first,
want a
I'd
channel
say,
like yours.
yeah.
It's mixed.
I don't like that at all. And the problem is that I get more views on that channel rather than my music channel, and I'd
Hmm.
rather it be my music because I'm so much. I mean, not saying that I don't enjoy like editing my video game ones. Like
I
those are
mean,
really fun, but I feel like music is more of a
you could
long
switch them
term
if you
on
wanted.
me.
You could make fractured music fractured and then make fractured music and transfer to gaming.
Yeah, but like what I'm talking about is like the views and stuff is just not the same.
Yeah, because you have one of just purely music and it's like uh, getting 10 views, and then you put it on your main that's getting like 90, and you're like, but like you don't
Yeah,
want to put it on your main because then there's also gaming, so it's like
it's just like
that's
what do I
that's what I don't
do?
want to have to deal with.
But
And
like,
then we have a song coming out, so then that will be posted probably on like what both
yeah.
too, and then
I
we get some
mean,
of that tastiness.
get some of that money. No, just kidding. But I just, I really wanna just stick strictly to just posting all my music on the music channel mainly, cause it's a music channel. It's not supposed to be mixed with gaming videos. I mean, Fractured, the other my main channel is supposed to mostly just be about video games, and it's about both. And I mean that's fine and all, but like it it just messes with me. I want it to be organized. I want it to be neat. I want it to be the way I want it to be. The
Mm-hmm.
problem is just that like it's not that I'm trying to grow fame out of it. I mean, I guess I'm trying to grow some attraction out of it, but like
But you
I
want to
don't.
show like as many people as possible the work you put in.
The problem is that if I
That's the
try
one.
and like post on my music channel only, it'll get like probably say 4 views. Whereas if I post on my main, it would get like 30. It would be seen so much more
Mm-hmm.
on a channel that's not even really supposed to be about music, but just happens to have so much topics about or
That's
videos about it.
that's what I'm saying. You could just like mm,
I don't
I
want to
like
switch it
switch it
though.
and make
That's
your
really
main.
complicated.
Well, I have no
Cause then,
solutions for your dilemma here.
nah. I mean, I'll take the long road for it. I mean, remember, this channel used to be, if nobody knows, my don't laugh at me, or I'll laugh at you. Oh god, I haven't said that name in so long. And there's probably a reason why.
Uh, so,
I remember thinking it was the greatest name of all time. You're like, dude, no.
yeah. My first one, I evolved from just like it was it was the toxic games, then it was like toxic games, then it was your boy toxic, and then I was like, but I want to do music, and toxic is more of a gamer name than it is a music name.
Yeah.
So I was like, what should it be? And then I was like, a friend was like, you should have your first album be named Disruption. And I was like, if the first album's gonna be Disruption, my name might as well be Disrupt. And I was like, well, I don't want the first album to be named Disruption anymore. So I guess
Whoopsies.
I'll have an Inception
I mean,
and
might
have
as
my
well
reviews.
get involved somehow.
Yeah.
But your first criticism ever about anything I did was about my name. And then the second one was about how I thought Call of Duty World War II was more worth it than Rainbow Six Siege. I remember that. And then I was just
Dude,
trying
I
to
don't
figure.
even like play games anymore. That's a problem. I like play Minecraft when I'm bored, and that's like it.
I am
Or I play single
trying.
player games.
It's just real. I don't know. I was. I never understood why older people just don't play games, and now I'm starting to understand, and that freaks me out the most. Not gonna lie.
It's like you want to have this thing you love, but like you're starting to lose it.
Yeah, it's like I don't. I want to be like not sponsored by the way. I want to be like the Misfits basically. I want to have like a group of people that just play games and all for fun and just have fun doing whatever. And making video games and a podcast and all that and whatnot is a part of that. And I want that to be our thing. I don't want it to be like, oh, it's just a kid dream thing or whatever. Like music. Like I'm afraid that this music thing is truly in the end a phase when I really wish for it to not be.
hmm
And if it is,
Actually,
then I don't know what I'm gonna do about it. Cause I don't want to sit in a cubicle all day, every day. Cause that's just not fun.
mm, I have a story. It's kind of unrelated to anything here, but I just thought of it because you reminded me of it about this morning. It's kind of okay. So there's so I'm waiting for my bus. There's this kid named David. It's not really his name, but we'll call him David.
Okay.
And what happens is like this other it's like David, me, some other people, and then my friend Jack, we'll say. And uh, there's two buses on like where I live. There's one on one side of the street and one on the other because it's like a main road. And this kid, David, goes on the other side because he wants to like go get to school early. And like Jack's like, yeah, leave. We don't like you anyway. So then David comes back to our side of the bus and he's like, uh, he's kind of just comes back to like because he wanted to be with everyone else. Basically, I guess would be the main reason. And like, uh, Jack's like, no, go, no one wants you here. And he was doing it in like a jokey way, but like not trying to be mean. But then like so David walks away. He like starts walking home, and like me and Jack are looking at each other like, what? Did he really get sad from that? Like, are you serious? And then what happens here is things get darker here a little bit. But this girl comes up to us. She's like, why would you say that to him?
Oh,
He has depression and stuff like that. And I'm like, I'm thinking to myself in my head, it's like this kid David, right, who's walking away all sad. This kid says like really like offensive jokes and offensive humor and all like really like dirty stuff. And it's like if you say those like types of jokes and you are openly like offending people, you should be able to take jokes that offend you.
there's gonna be
And like that's
worse
something
things to
I do.
come by that.
Yeah,
From
like
what you guys
if
said.
I'm making an yeah, if I'm gonna make an offensive joke, I'm like prepared to be like, this might not hit or oh, someone might make a joke back at me and almost like make fun of me in a way, but I was like, it's the risk I have to take. And this kid David's like getting all sad. It's like in my head, I'm thinking like, why are you getting so sad when you have to understand there's a risk with these jokes you make? And then like he walks away, and me and Jack are looking at each other, and it's just like, well, it's not our fault. And then this girl, I'm like almost rolling my eyes because this David who has depression will say this could
Yes.
be completely false. I don't know if he has depression, but people have said that. Um,
Mm-hmm.
will he's willing to make dark humor and offend other people, but gets a little sensitive when he gets offended by things, which is a little weird to me, but it's fine. And then we go on the bus because bus gets here a little later than whatever. Get on the bus. He comes on because he didn't leave. He was just making it dramatic, like I expected. And he comes on the bus. He comes to sit next to me because I guess I had the only open seat. And he's like, I'm on like the outside and there's no one on the in. So he's trying to squeeze through me to get on the inside. And he's like bumping into me on purpose to like, I guess, annoy me. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, he's not
This is so
sad or
low.
anything. He's just trying to be so dramatic, and it was annoying me. And it's not that like interesting of a story, but it's something that's stupid.
That
That I
reminds
didn't
me
understand
of
this morning.
another story.
Yes, go share. We have
So, what it
all
reminds me
kinds
is
of time.
when I'm at this bus, at my bus that I'm on right now. When I'm on it, I'm just sometimes I sit alone or whatever, and I'm just doing my own thing. And basically, I'm kind of sideways on the outside seat, so there's like that little corner that's remaining.
Mhm.
These sixth graders just always sit there, and they're at the point where they're sitting on my lap. And I, what? And one of the most annoyingest things is that people, they don't ask. They push you over or they tell you move over. I've always said, could I please sit here? I always said that. Because, like,
Oh, really?
I'm a gentleman.
I'll just like sit on the corner and try not to bother anyone. I'm
Yeah.
not, you know,
It's kind of hard
because
when
most
you're on
people
a
won't
bus
want to
that's
talk to you
full.
anyway. Yeah, dude, mine is full some of the time. That's why they have two buses where I am.
The high schoolers complain when they don't have seats to themselves in the back. But legit, I'm sitting over here thinking, man, it must really suck for you when you weren't the one that had to be in the previous school where the buses were all filled up and you had to sit in the center where you walk through. So you just sat where everybody walks through. You have no idea where they've stepped in or stepped out of, and you're just sitting there, just hoping you can get to the building instead of sitting as the third person. And then when your leg is feeling so heavy, you stand up and then it starts shaking uncontrollably because of how weakened it is. Yes, you have it so hard. Boo hoo.
I zoned out for half of that, and I was like, wait, what?
Well, I mean, you can always look at the podcast at Spotify. It's a shameless plug.
You just plug over. Imagine a podcast of just an hour of plugging.
Well, I mean, no, just kidding.
That'd be great. But
One day.
one day.
I mean, at least we're getting somewhere with this plug.
Plug.
Don't you just ever make random
See, I
noises
can't even.
until you can come up with a topic? Because that's what I was just about to do.
That's why I was saying plug over and over because I was like yawning all that bubble.
We gotta do something real
No,
quick.
but you what?
We
What?
gotta do something.
What? Brain?
No, I don't really
Oh.
need to. I'm just saying, like, we gotta say something or do something real quick before this gets, like,
Oh, I
boring or
was
whatever.
like, wow, you're just gonna leave me by myself. I'm just gonna
Yeah, on the
continue.
podcast where we're supposed to talk to each other. I have to really use the bathroom, but you know what? I'm sacrificing this for you because I love you. Okay,
Yeah. Wow.
this is for you. And I guess the other people, but I mean, whatever. I mean,
So I have a question for you.
what's up?
One sec, I need to think of the question because I didn't
Oh
really
my
have the
God.
question. I was just trying to
See?
stop you from talking.
You just
What?
no, go ahead, go. No, I'm really.
Oh, tell me, you tell me. Yeah.
I don't even know what I was gonna say. Not gonna lie. So
Same, dude. I'm so tired.
I don't even
Oh
know what's
my God.
happening.
How's I don't want to bring up our enemy on the podcast, but what?
Okay, let's.
Start
Oh.
something.
Well, let's call him
What?
Enderman.
And Enderman,
Yeah,
Enderman.
because whenever
So-
you see him and make eye contact, he steals everything from you. Oh!
So,
Thanks for laughing.
should we just like, how much time do we have to fill? Should we just tell our entire story of
If
Enderman,
you want,
where
I
we
mean,
meet Enderman?
that would. I don't don't think that would fill up all the time, but
Yeah,
we'll
we could
go
talk
with.
about where we met him, like sixth, seventh, eighth grade, and how everything went down, and basically just like that could be basically the theme of the podcast. It's just us
Yeah.
talking about the Enderman enemy every year.
Yes.
So the year is what year was it? When we were in sixth grade.
2018. 2018. Yeah, 2018.
I think it was 20. Okay,
It was
I think you should start the story,
2018.
right? Right? I think you should start.
Oh yeah, cause I was the one who saw him first, right?
You have most of this story because yeah, but
Cause I was there.
I'll have some of this. Yeah, but Anford, like, yeah, just go, keep going. You can start.
So I
We
knew
meet this kid.
I knew Enderman back in 6th grade, but I apparently knew him way sooner back in preschool days.
I don't even know this. This is too much.
Okay,
Just,
fine.
just.
Okay, so I met this kid. Well, this
Sorry,
is already
6th grade.
enough. Okay, so I met this kid in 6th grade. We were in engineering. I don't know how we started to talk, but we just kind of did every now and then. He talked about how his game that he was playing was Fallout, and I was like, okay, that's cool. And he doesn't speak about him ever playing with his friends and stuff. So I'm thinking, man, what? He must have no friends. So I'm just like, hey, you can have my username or whatever. So we start playing. Then I introduce him to Disrupt over here. Um, then we
Just
just
call
got
me by my name. It annoys me for some reason.
okay,
Because it's
Jesus.
Mr.
Okay, Mr. Johnny.
Just call me Johnny Boy, whatever you want.
I was thinking about it, but okay, we'll call you John in this. How about
I
that?
didn't know that's how you met Enderman, though. I didn't know that was how it happened.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
just
keep going.
we were in engineering. We just started to talk. But then we were all in the party, and we just started to talk, and then we just started to talk more in person all together, and then we talk about whatever, and then um, John introduced Enderman to Rainbow Six Siege. He got into that. We all were into it at the time. Obviously, now we're not as into it as before, because if so, then my uploading schedule would probably be much better. Now, he Enderman did a lot of stupid choices.
Wait.
He,
Can I jump in here? Can I?
yeah, jump in, bunny
Because
rabbit.
still in sixth grade. Um, we're like, okay, us three are pretty good friends. Let's make a group out of it. And we were searching for
Oh,
names, and we landed on Ravagers, and that's where this podcast and everything Ravagers started.
you're welcome.
And so, we were making logos for and stuff for like things because Dom or Fractured over here it came up with the name Ravengers. I basically, I guess, made the logo Enderman. Enderman over here. Uh, it's fine. You know, his name it was Enderman.
Yeah, I can cut
You
it.
know, came up with this logo, and it was like some alien wolf thing with an R on its forehead, and it was the ugliest logo I have ever seen.
It
And we
was
wanted that to
it
be our
was so
Ravagers logo.
stupid because I literally it was so bad that I think that it was in a dream. Like that's how weird it looked. It looked like something from a dream that you'd see because of how odd it was. I remember it was like some animated wolf with like this
Mhm.
magical R font on it, like sparkling R, right? It was like golden
Yeah.
sparkling R on its forehead. Cause what were we gonna be? The Ravengers with the R on our foreheads that have a magical wolf?
Current logo is the one that me and Fractured made, Dom made, whatever,
Yeah, it doesn't
and
matter.
it's still there. It's not a wolf with a stupid
Don't worry,
thing.
we saved you guys the trouble.
Okay, but and so then that's kind of sixth grade. We're good friends. We made a group. We make
Yeah.
a group named Ravengers. It's 3 people so far in Ravengers around. Well, I'm estimated.
We had Viper.
And yeah, but he wasn't really ever like
No,
He wasn't too much in the story.
He was just
So
kind of.
we'll say currently at this time there was currently 3 Ravengers members, and uh, then we moved to 7th grade, and you can take the story again if you want, unless you have more 6th grade.
Okay. That's for you. Um, in 7th grade, he.
Try to go from beginning to like that. Yeah, I get it.
I'll try and do as much as I can in the same timeline. Um,
Yeah.
so there was this person I used to hang out with a lot, who I will not name. So her and I used to kind of just hang out.
Give
We
him a
used to
fake,
walk
give him
around the
first tasting.
halls in the middle of lunch.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody, I won't name who, told me about what Enderman was doing, and it just blew my mind on how he was he was just going behind my back saying that, like, oh, I hung out with my friend too much, or I did this and that way too much, and that my music was trash, this and that. And I was like, okay, he probably only did that for one day. Then the guy who told me before tells me again, um, he's doing it again. I was like, oh, okay, alright, I had it. So he's telling me everything that he said specifically. So then I'm thinking, okay, I can't hold it back anymore. I'm gonna have to diss him. So in the morning of school, I find a random beat. I put in my earphones and just went at it. And, I publish it and everything, and, the story lives on from there. Now I'm going back to school, just living my life, and then the guy, he's like trying to apologize to me and everything in the way he could, but he had his brother try and write a diss on me. And you could hear Enderman's voice in the background as his brother's, what is it called, instrumental was playing through and all. But, so yeah, that whole thing happened. So there was like a long rival. There's like 4 songs that came out of that whole thing.
Then, if I may interject, uh,
Yes.
the 4 tracks happened. Uh, then apparently Enderman, either pretended or didn't listen to them because he didn't want
Oh
him
yeah.
to get dissed. And then what happens is he kind of just doesn't talk to us for like 2 days. Then out of nowhere comes back, tries to fade back in.
No,
To
what
like
he
try to,
did was he avoided us in person and spammed inviting
yeah,
us on Xbox.
yeah, but he tried to fade himself back into our life, and at that point, and then he gets a girl that likes him, and this girl, it doesn't matter. His name was Alex or whatever. This girl's name was Alex, and so Enderman finds out that like this girl Alex like really likes him, and he's like, dude, I have to go for it, cause him being like, oh, the one girl that will ever like me, so I gotta go for it, and he goes for it. It works out, right? Uh, things go good for him, but then Enderman was, he used to judge Fractured for hanging out with this girl all the time during lunch. But then Enderman, being a hypocrite, does the same thing and hangs out with his girl Alex and all during lunch, and it makes it like he just basically was being hypocritical, and then things go fine from there a little bit. So he's still trying to stay in our lives basically, and over the summer, we won't. I guess Enderman and Alex have a little break for a little bit, but it's fine. Doesn't matter too much yet. Then 8th grade comes, and you can start this off, I guess, if you want. Unless I'm more of the. Oh god, I gotta sneeze.
God bless you, my child. While his mother is in the Enderman did a lot of things that were dumb and hypocritical, and recently he's been doing that, and that's fun. And the missing piece, I guess, has a part of it.
Before my mic problem happened, because I'm a dumb boy. I was talking about, okay, so what happens is, where'd you get to? For your story, where'd you get to?
I kind of just speeded through and I got to saying that he started up again.
Okay, so what's happening is you leave, right, and
Hmm.
you go to a new school. He starts like talking tree-ish, and then you kind of snap on him, and you snap on Enderman, and Enderman's kind of like getting like, oh, don't do it,
Great
please, no,
joke.
stop. And then and basically things go on, and day by day, Enderman's telling me stuff about how like he hates faction and stuff and blah blah blah. And then he does some stupid stuff, being like trying not to. I guess what's a good way? Okay, he's basically indirectly Enderman's basically indirectly copying you, Tom,
Yes.
and then he basically tries to like uh write music and do all that and do what we do and not fall in your shadow, which is hard because
Hmm.
he basically got the inspiration from you, and then all this trash talking he does because he can't, cause that's all he can really do, leads us to today where a lot happened. Should we?
Um, I guess. It depends. I mean, you make the choices. I don't really care, what the story is, but
What? This? Okay, the story's more you, but I guess I can explain.
okay.
So, in the more earlier in the podcast, we were talking about like the missing piece, and the this is earlier today is when we really like cemented this idea that we should really like work on this, because the missing piece was originally a part 4 or 5 to the the list of
Series.
disses that you did on him. And this piece is supposed to be the final one to cement that. Stop trying to talk to us, like stop trying to engage yourself with us, because it's getting annoying at this point. It's like, come on, we're trying to live our lives, and you're kind of stepping into it.
Yeah.
And then since we've decided to restart the Missing Peace project, we decided that if this Enderman guy who has annoyed and ruined some of our life, not ruined, but like dramatized and made hard, uh, then we should, carefully and non-physically take our revenge on him.
You sound like
And
we're not gonna take it out physically, but then we are gonna take it out physically. But I mean, that's not
no,
the kind of
but
person I am. So.
we decided to get him from the inside because this Enderman guy thinks that I'm a friend of his, but I really honestly am kind of annoyed with him, but he can't tell, I guess. So I'm almost the inside guy on the job. Dom over here is very outside, and he's almost being straight to the point with him. So I'm getting information from the inside, and then Alex, who is the girlfriend of Enderman, is the final key to this. We know, or I know, based off of what Enderman told me, the only way to hurt Enderman is to go through Alex. Mm-hmm.
Right. So what happened is I start to talk to the person, and then we get in this deep conversation, and then I made her realize that she's in something that she shouldn't be in, that she doesn't deserve to be in. So I play a little bit of God because that's how I am with Evan's, friendships and all. And something
Because he
happened.
has no friends that aren't his own.
I won't say what happened, but let's just say it. I took a big role. It's not as dramatic as it
Psychological.
sounds. I really promise you. I mean, it's just a couple of teenagers trying to even the odds. Really. I mean, not. I mean, I even see that. I mean, come on. It's just
Yeah,
the
and
guy is way too dramatic. So we're kind of playing at his game.
might I mention this guy, Enderman wants to write lyrics. Enderman wants to write rap really fast. And
Like
he can't
the
write it
artist
all.
token,
He
right?
can't rap at all. He can't, yes, he can't write it all. He can't rap at all. He can't do anything really at all. And if we do it diss track, like basic form, he won't respond. He doesn't have the confidence or nor the strength or skill to respond. So the missing piece isn't supposed to be something to him to respond to, but more something that will keep him in the ground and away from us and with his own peers.
So, uh, Enderman told John that he was actually writing music again, which this is like a couple of days ago, and we found out that on his docs he didn't do anything. The last time he did something was in July. So then he asked him again, didn't the last time you do your music stuff was on like July or something? And he agreed. So then he kind of just caught him red-handed. Just
Yeah,
okay.
he tried to make it seem like he was really working hard on music, and then I caught him saying that he hasn't worked on it for a long time,
Yeah.
and then
Even
he's like,
though he literally just
"Whoa."
said like a couple of days before that he was. It's like okay.
Yeah, and his brother has not released any music and deleted all of his, if I'm correct.
Yeah. He deleted all of his music and he kind of just in a way he went anonymous. He changed all of his profile pictures to his face and just deleted his all of his music and he I don't know what's happening exactly at the moment, but the last time I checked something really bad was happening. But I mean, again, this is all really just teen drama and we make it sound more dramatic than it seems. So if it sounds like we are taking this seriously, I promise you we are not. We're just messing
Or
with
just
it.
like Enderman is taking something really seriously that shouldn't be taken seriously,
Exactly.
and we're kind of annoyed with it, and we're just gonna end it
We just
now. But we want to end it in a fun way, in a way that tells him to stop finally, because
we
every other diss track that Fracture has done has not stopped him. So we want a way to tell him stop, stop, stop. So we're really going in deep to make it stop.
we have lives, right? Nobody wants it to be bothered with something stupid. So we have to fight stupid with intelligence. So that's what we're doing at this point. Cause this dude, he doesn't have any taste in style. He doesn't know how to do music. He doesn't. Mm, he just didn't know. But yeah. So that's a lot of that's teen gossip with Fractured
Yeah.
and Disrupt slash John. I know I forgot to say my name, but I don't care. But is
That's
there
just
anything?
basic little things that we're working on. But before the missing piece comes out, and
Well,
there's
only
one that is
PD.
coming out for it.
That's
Yes,
right.
and it is. Well, it'll be probably. Well, I don't know about like my best song because there's nothing really out yet, so you can't really compare it to anything.
But I
But it will
can.
be. Yeah, it will be. It will so far be our best song until
Uh,
missing piece, because the
it's
missing piece
like
will destroy.
PD,
Hopefully.
the most fire artist other than NF. Duh. I don't remember the name, but he was editing the name and he changed it to like multiple things. But um, I think this would be a good spot to leave it. We actually went like 20 minutes talking about him. So I mean, is there anything you want to say or whatever before I give a disclosure?
Um, Before we end, I would like to say,
Hmm.
uh, I guess we can, if you want, should we just shout out our stuff if anyone actually cares about this
I
stuff?
was gonna do that.
Okay, you can do your stuff first,
Okay.
because I'm humble.
Alright. Guys, if you want to follow the social media stuff, I believe our Facebook is the Ravengers Podcast. The Twitter is Ravengers, and our Instagram is L Ravengers L because name is taken. Because of course everybody steals my perfect ideas, and of course, if you want to check us out, we're also on Anchor. That's where this is originally going to be on. But if you're watching this also on Spotify or YouTube, that's also cool. We don't think of you any less because we love you all. Or at least I do. I don't know about him, but it's
Hmm.
whatever.
You want to shout out your like
Oh,
personal stuff?
yeah. If you guys want to see my music stuff mainly, it's at Fractured Music. Or if you want to see my game videos or whatever as well, it's at Fractured. My Insta is at L Fractured L, and all that good stuff.
And then if you want to be ready for my album coming out soon, go to- and if you want to see little leaks of things that might come out, check my Instagram at disrupt.period music. And are
And
we good?
and we'll see you there.
Dancing.